Do you get imposter syndrome? So, imposter syndrome, what is it? It's wow. I've had maybe a little bit. I've had it in the past. I've just kind of gone for it a little bit these last few days, probably the last few weeks, if I'm honest. So, imposter syndrome is when you kind of feel like you got knowledge, you got something, you maybe feel like you're not good enough for it. So, let me give you an example. When I became a martial arts instructor, it would have been quite easy for me to start thinking, I'm going to be no good at this, because my confidence was in a place where it is now. And easy, we talk ourselves out of it. You want to go for a new skill, or you go for a new job, or you in my similar situation, mine, it might be thinking, well, I want to start a new business, I want to change direction, and you want to go ahead with doing this thing. But before you even get anywhere, you start talking yourself out of it. You feel like you're going to be no good. Or you're not going to be able to, achieve that thing. So basically, as you're probably aware, I run a martial arts and fitness business, and I do mindset coaching. But I've picked up so many skills and so much knowledge over the years. And basically, I've decided that through business skills and learning social media, I decided I want to share some of my knowledge. I've been on a social media mastermind for the last 6 months, and I kind of started thinking about it a few weeks back. Actually, I was at a seminar, and someone said there, you only need to know 3% more than somebody else to be able to teach them, and it makes so much sense. Martial arts was pretty much like that. So if you was a yellow belt, you used to be able to pretty much teach the white belts. As long as you've got that skill set, that character, you can pretty much do that, right? But that's the old way. So what I'm getting at is, I've been experiencing these things. It's like, well, I haven't studied marketing, but I've learned so much. As in, I didn't go to university to study it. But then if I can make a martial arts business grow, and of course that's through my skill of coaching and teaching and how I interact and how I train my staff. Of course it's through that. But also I've had to learn some new skill sets like marketing. In fact, going into business, I had to wear many hats, and I think it pulled all my hair out, but that's another story, right? So I had to learn many skill sets. And basically, I decided to do this book. Let me show you. I'm just going to. There you go. Social Media Ninja. How to become a social media ninja. And I started to think, am I going to be, people are going to actually read this? They're going to bother? Are they going to get it? Is my point going to get across? So I went through all those things. We all get this imposter syndrome. So when you got this great idea, then go with it. If you know stuff, you know more than someone else. And many people out there know more about social media content marketing and digital marketing, of course, than I have. And people have probably studied it as well for years and years on end. And I'm not trying to claim I would be better than them. But what I do have, I've created a unique set of skills. Sound like, what's his face from Taken? But I have learned so much, and I know I can pass this on. And when I speak to small business owners and a lot of self-employed people, sometimes they're a little bit, oh, I didn't know that. Even people that have studied, they're a little bit, well, I didn't know that. I think it was quite obvious. I think, of course, you don't know what you haven't been told. So that was some of the, I wanted to share that because obviously when I come on doing mindset coaching, maybe it might come across that I think, I'm okay. Everything's, normal. I just get on with things. I'm always thinking positive, but we're humans. We all go through these like negative feelings. The so important is to understand when it's happening. So for me, it was like, right, okay, well, I know I can teach this. I know I can coach. I can definitely teach. I can stand up and speak in front of people. I can come on video and talk. Even just now, I just done a video live on my pages, and I just cocked it up completely because I swiped my hand across on the computer and it went off screen. May not have done, but for me it did anyway. I thought, oh no. And then I lost my train of thought. But you just got to go with the flow. So, that was just a bad video. Who cares? No one. So what I'm getting at is whatever it is you want to aim for, whatever it is you're trying to work towards, then just do it. Take that step forward. You're going to learn on the way. And I'm going to learn so much on the way. Same as I have done in business anyway. I've learned so much just from being a business owner. I used to be an engineer, electrical engineer. Wasn't quite for me, but obviously when I started that, I was young, naive. There was lots I didn't know and I thought I should know. I think I was definitely going through imposter syndrome then. I felt I should know so much because I studied it, and I was coming into the more electronics. I was coming into this electrical engineer environment, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't do this at college. They didn't teach me this. I don't know what I'm doing here, and thought I just had to try and fake it really, but it was so wrong. I got there in the end, of course. It wasn't for me, but then coming out of that to become self-employed as an martial arts instructor, having to learn a new business, and it wasn't even my full business then. I was more like it was more like a partner, I suppose, in some respects, but it wasn't really mine. But I had to learn so much, and then when I decided, right now it's time, I'm gonna ready to go on my own. And when that happened, the same thing is like, oh my god, this is scary. Now I got to learn about bookkeeping. I have no idea. I was useless at maths, but I'd learned enough to get me by, and then was able to pass things on. Okay. Is that Andrea? That must be you. I'm gonna just show this on here. So true. I thought I could. I never thought I could raise £3,928.76. Yes, with the help from Maud, I know, for the British Legion in making a tower out of cardboard and some plastic bottles. Who'd have thought? I think that's you, Andrew. I don't know. It's only because I just seen a post on Facebook just now. But yeah, well done. It is so true. You got to believe in yourself. You have got to believe yourself and set those big goals, and then just go and do it. You will learn so much on the way anyway. And I'm going to learn so much now. I'm going to learn if this book launch is going to, create, be enough for me to take the next step. It may or may not be. People might not even bother downloading it. Doesn't matter. I'll find a way. I got to think that's down to my marketing a little bit. If that goes wrong, and then when I set up the group, so I'm be setting up a free group soon on how to become or how you can grow, social media, like a free challenge group or whatever. So it will, I know it will help so many people, but of course it's down to me to put that message across. Is there someone better? Yes, of course there is. There's someone going to know more, because there always is. But it just, we got to start in these little steps. We've all got to start somewhere. But I believe in myself, and I believe I can teach so much. In fact, I did a seminar a few years back, and it was just literally 2 hours on, developing social media, just, some couple of ideas. So what I learned then since then is 1,000 times more. And so it'd be nice to have that group and help people take that next level up. Maybe as I learn, as always, I continue learning, so we all kind of work up together. Some might go off and find the next one, which would make sense as well. So it just believe in yourself and go out, set these big goals like what's been set there, and set them real high, and take that step forward. You'll feel so much better afterwards. It is nerving, of course it is. But remember, there's always that little voice saying, yeah, you're going to be no good. And it's based sometimes on our past experience, but I'm not going to quit on this. I'm not going to give up on it. And I'll keep, soldiering through with it. And I guess because I'm this martial arts coach and fitness instructor, for the kickboxing, it's easy for me to think, yeah, but I don't do marketing. But I do it all the time. So, what I mean? I got this voice in my head on one shoulder saying, yeah, but that's not your job, marketing. But the other voice saying, well, actually, it is your job, because you've been doing it for the last 15 years. And that was what Stephen used to say to me, is like, your job isn't teaching martial arts, you're marketing it, you're selling it. And we are always marketing, selling ourselves. So that's just my point for the thing that I'm doing, of course. All right. So you have got more in you than you know. In fact, when I was writing this out, when I started to write the book out, I was almost shocked. I was like, oh my God, I'm putting all these tips down. A friend had a look at it. I said, oh my gosh, you know loads. I was thinking, yeah, but everyone knows this, don't they? But it would be doing it. But it will appeal to those that are stuck or just starting out or don't know what to do. So you've always got something that you only need to know 3% more than someone else. Obviously, I don't know 3%, but you get the idea. Go forth with your ideas, with your plans, the things that you want to do. Be inspired. Believe 100%. Believe in yourself, and you're going to do so great with that. I'm going to leave it there. If you got any comments, drop them in. All right, if you're watching it on a replay, drop them in. Things that, you know, maybe you've felt that imposter syndrome kicking in. You think, oh, I want to do this. I'm sure I can do it, but you know, you start thinking, oh, but this person's going to know more, and so and so's going to say. And I also see it in other businesses as well. So it happens when I think it was talking. Someone was on a video I did the other day, and they are so good at what they do, so like amazing, and so artistic, so creative, and they've been doing it. This is their career. They've been doing it for ages. How they look after their clients, oh my god, amazing. And you know, it only took one person that they haven't like stepped back, but you know, someone said something a bit hateful, and it affected people. It can affect us. So you know, that's again when like this imposter syndrome can kick in a little bit, just because someone says something a bit negative, but they're jealous. So you know, that's just how it is, isn't it? All right, guys. So do you get imposter syndrome? How do you deal with it? What do you do about it? For me, I just decide, right, I'm gonna just do this. I gotta shut that voice up. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. All right, well done, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye.